Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Courageous Conversations. I gotta be real with you. I had a restless night after my big post last night about bullying. Let me know you're here when you join me so I can see you. But let's talk about bullying and let's talk about what you've gone through and what I've gone through. Hi Candy. Hi Jay. Thanks everyone for beginning to join me. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of a share because I think this is such an important topic. And I don't talk about this that often because I do not look like a bullyable person. When I did that post last night, I thought, okay, here we go. Hi, Mike. How's it going? Hi, Claudia. How everyone joining me? It's interesting because I don't talk about this that often. And it makes me, I had like a really restless night. It wasn't an easy night for me after my post. And I have realized that, people need to know, because I come across as a pretty confident, together person. And the truth is that, let me just do a quick share because this I want to talk about deeply in Courageous Conversations. So let me just do a quick share into a couple of places, and if you feel this resonates and you want to share courageous conversations about this with other people, please do a little share with your people, and so that this gives hope. The reason I do this and the reason I'm compelled is because this gives hope. And the truth is that the planet needs hope right now. The planet needs hope. My goodness, the planet needs hope. And not only that, people need to see people like me who appear to be very confident and together and putting it out there in a very together positive way as people who've been bullied. And I was severely bullied is I guess what I'm really wanting to say. And I've had a lot of shame about that, to be honest with you. I made a lot of promises to myself when I got it that, okay, people are bullying me because of my personality. There wasn't anything obvious to bully me about, but they were bullying me because of my confidence, because of my because of me being kind of almost like a overcompensator because of my family of origin stuff. And I want to talk to you about that a little bit. So let me just do a quick share here, and then I will continue with my conversation. And I just want you to tell me about your own bullying experience down in my comments, if that feels like it resonates with you, because there's a lot of people who want to hear from you, because a lot of people who are currently today walking this earth in a confident, fabulous, together way have actually learned about different experiences from the bullying time. And, I know, and I just want to say good morning, Caroline, and good morning, Cheryl and Gregory. And I saw Mike Shorman join, and I've seen just a lot of people join. So I really, really appreciate you coming on. And I feel very vulnerable about this topic because, as I said, it's not something I talk about that often. I generally hide this aspect of my life. In fact, my latter teens were amazing. I met amazing people. And I feel like I learned from my early years about how to be as a person because of my bullying. And that makes me sad because I know that I made promises to myself. I remember making a promise to myself. I don't know if you can relate if you've been bullied. That I said, I basically said, and Diana Segura said, so glad I made it. I have definitely dealt with this throughout the situation of my life from elementary on. Yeah, and I've worked with people who've been bullied in their offices as adults by coworkers, by targeted, singled out, treated differently because by the boss. And I had situations in which I was bullied as a child, and it was mocked for my confidence, mocked for my hand in the air. I know it. I want to pick me. I want to do this. I was like this desire to be liked, this desire to be accepted, because I moved around so much in my childhood. And good morning, Linda. Nice to see you. And I realized that because I went from different schools, 3, 4 different schools, and it sort of happened repetitively. And I remember thinking, what am I doing that people are rejecting me, hating me, not accepting me? What is this? What is going on in my being? I remember thinking this as a child, and I remember thinking, I'm going to do everything I can to be liked, which is a problem, I think, later on in life. I'm going to do everything I can to be liked. I want to be accepted. I won't say anything wrong. I'll be perfect. I will look perfect. I will say, and I'm sure that I know it informs my life today. I certainly work on this in my personal world. And what I have learned from all of this bullying experience later in my life is that I have worked and troubleshooted the process of not needing as much to be liked, to be accepted. It still informs me. It has absolutely informed me. I'm a lot more afraid than I wish I was. I'm a lot less courageous. I'm a lot less, totally, at the free and do. But yet people would see me and go, Victoria, you just, I want to be like you. You're so courageous. You're so this. You're so like. But the truth is that what I want to reveal to you is that my confident energetic is in the background being worked on to be confident. I'm not just confident. And that's what people need to understand, that, just because I appear to be together and confident doesn't mean that I am. I want you to know that. The bullying experience in school also was not dealt with well at home. I would tell my family about this, and I would get words like, well, just ignore them. Oh, it's not that bad. Or, you can handle it. And my bullying was kind of particularly cruel. It wasn't beating up. It was rejection. It was people rejecting me completely. And people really, I think, just not liking the fact that I had a vibrant personality. Maybe there was jealousy. Maybe there was a sense of the kids felt, threatened by me. Maybe there was a sense of, I remember going in around 11 years old, I was at one school in Montreal before we moved to Brazil. So I was only there for 1 year. But I kind of, personality-wise, just was like, I'm going to be part of everything. I'm going to be part of everything, all the different activities, everything, etc. And I know I came across as bossy, as a know-it-all, as, someone who, just was, precocious, and I know that triggered people or rubbed people the wrong way. And some of that part of my personality still exists today. It's why I'm doing Courageous Conversations. And I thank goodness that I never gave up on this aspect of my personality, because the truth is that exactly the stuff that I was bullied for, has served me immensely today. And has served me because this is such a powerful experience in a person's life, to be rejected, to be wholesale singled out and told, no, we don't want you. We don't want you. You're out. You're out of this group. You're out of this experience. We're hiding from you. We're gonna, and I remember in another school in Portugal where I was not invited to a birthday party that everybody else was invited to. And I'm going to reveal something right now that is, that is kind of, a manipulation I learned. And the manipulation I learned was I gave this girl, the birthday girl, a gift, even though I wasn't invited, because I wanted to incite guilt in her. And today I feel shame that I knew that, but why did I know that? I was, as a person, trying to find a way to be liked. So I went and took my little money from my allowance, and I went to a store and I bought her this multicolored block of in those days, like notepads, like multicolored, like a square, really cool. I loved it. Multicolored block of notepads. And so she would have that and she would look at me, and it would be, and I thought, she will look at me and she will feel guilty that she did not invite me. Wow. Already, manipulating to be liked. And I feel that is something that we as humans, and what ended up happening, by the way, just what ended up happening is that her mother and her came to my door and knocked on the door and her mother made her daughter give me back the gift. because she felt, bad for me. So I sort of had accomplished what I had wanted to accomplish. But that friendship never did, progress from there, sadly. I remember feeling so sad that this was a girl that I did sleepovers with, and her name was Beth. And I remember thinking, oh, this is so sad. Why is this happening? But, the truth of the matter is that a lot of that experience, Diana Segura says, I believe that rejection in my home environment translated into my experience in the world. I relate. It started when I was little, and it actually still continues when I forget to be deliberate. Diana, exactly that. I believe that in my home, I was also singled out and rejected for my vibrant personality. It's like, shut up, be quiet, don't be so vivacious and gregarious and funny and loud, and just stop. Rejection in the home. And then I tried to be that personality in the world. And then I was like, no. So I was, I was just too much, as Gina Hattie says. I was just too much, and people could not handle it. And it wasn't a very skillful too much. It was a bull in a china shop too much. Look at me, I ran for president, I won president, I wanted to be this actress, this. I guess I just wanted to be accepted. I didn't feel accepted at home, and I wanted to be accepted in the world. And that is what I've learned. But the deeper lesson is that I don't need to be accepted by the world. I can just be accepted by me and by a handful of people that are important to me. And that is the stuff that I've learned. And what I've really learned, which is huge, it's just a discipline. It's a discipline of, and it's gone into my adult world, but I've worked on it really, really well, where I've worked on the discipline of not needing others to like me to be okay, not needing others to approve of me to be okay. I developed, which I recommend anyone who's gone through bullying or being in the bullying experience, even as an adult, you gotta work on your clear yeses and your clear nos. You gotta work on not needing others to accept you as much or love you as much or like you as much. And even though that's a human need, a human biological need for us to be accepted by community, the truth is that when there's rejection in the home or unacceptance in the home, that need for belonging becomes skewed, and it becomes like too many people are what you want. You want too many people. And you've also, Diana Segura says, when we accept and forgive ourselves for being extra, others follow suit. Exactly. It's this experience of, I kind of like me, and then there's this mirroring experience that other people are going to kind of like me. When I hit my latter high school years, I got into theater and I got into drama, and everybody was like me, kind of thing. We were all like that. We were all sort of exuberant and interested in being seen and heard and loved and expressing ourselves. And that's when I met core friends of mine that are today currently some of my closest friends. Those were my high school years. And I remember thinking, I don't want to lose this, because this is so important to me. This type of friendship, this type of acceptance is so crucial for me. But the thing I really want to say about anybody who has been bullied or is currently bullied is that the outside world does not define you. The outside world does not define you. I know it seems that way, but anybody, the inside job is what needs to be really worked on. I mean, I have done, and I continue to do so much work on myself, but it is in terms of therapy and workshops and reading a book that changed my life was You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. Then, other books that have changed my life, Stuart Wilde, The Force, and Miracles, and really understanding how to work metaphysically with life, metaphysical manifestation, visualization. All of that is what what transpired from that. I'm so grateful that my personality is persistent, because it could have made me afraid to be a leader. It could have made me afraid to be, I could have just shrunk, but I refused to shrink. I guess, my father being the man he was, and the family, he went through a lot of toil. If you've read my post on surviving World War, the World War II stuff, read my post. It's a good, big, long, powerful post. But I would like to say that it is possible to come through profound bullying and to not come out the other end completely destroyed if you work on it. In fact, I would say that it helped me to have tremendous compassion for people who are rejected. It helped me to be clear about my inside strength, who I am, what it is that makes me tick, and to really work on self-value. It motivated me to write my first book, Find Your Self-Culture, which I realized if I don't have a self-culture, if I don't work on me, if I don't fill my own cup first, I'm of no use to anyone else. And I guess I got my spiritual lessons very early in life, because the truth is that I know that my purpose on this planet was to have gone through that, and then to share from a place of strength, and from a place of empowerment, and from a place of, it doesn't fucking matter what they think. They can think what they want. It's okay. I still have my strength, my being, my sense of who I am. And I want to say to you at this moment that if you're being bullied, or if you know someone who's being bullied, children who are being bullied, reach out to them as an adult and say, you got this, I'm with you, I can help you, you are not alone. Do not feel alone, because I will be there I will be the person that stands up for you. Many people have written to me about the people who stood up for them. I didn't have anyone stand up for me. That's the truth. I didn't have anybody stand up for me. In fact, I had people that I love kind of join in on the bullying. It was kind of wild in that regard. But they themselves were in pain, and they were fucked up themselves. So from family of origin stuff. So I would say that the key is that even though no one stood up for me, I definitely stand up for others who are being, there was someone in the subway the other day being bullied, and I was like, hey man, you need to just, I stood up. I don't know what I said, but the person walked. Do you know what I mean? And it was, I realized that there is no way that I'm going to necessarily let someone else be bullied if I'm there watching. And that is what it taught me. It taught me that I don't just let other people get hurt. And maybe that's too much. Maybe I'm too much that way, but I'm happy that that's some of the stuff that got taught to me through that process of being bullied. And the other thing that got taught to me very much through that process of being bullied was that who I am on the inside is not impacted by what others think on the outside. That has been a lifelong pursuit of feeling strong in that. I'm not going to lie, I don't always feel that way, but I know at my core, I know that about myself, that other people will not like me, other people will not accept me, other people will find me too much, too whatever, and that's okay, because I like me. I have a good relationship with me. But I don't think I would have fought nearly as hard for that belief in myself had I not been bullied. I think had I not had rejection at the family level and at the school level, at the kid level, and then later on. So, you know what I mean? It's made me fiercely independent. It's made me I'm very suspicious of working with too many people, and I have to open myself up to being more collaborative. That's the stuff I need to work on. Be more collaborative. Allow more people in. As a psychotherapist, you're working one-on-one a lot. But I would say that my lessons now are allow people to be in deeper relationship with me. Allow a collaboration without feeling threatened. Allow other people to help me. To give to me. And be receptive. Oh my God, be receptive. Because I think that when we're bullied, we become too independent. We're like, nah, I don't need anybody else. Screw all of you. I don't need anybody else. But the truth is that it is the richness of life that occurs. I write about that in my second book, Connecting. The richness of life occurs through connection with other humans, with relationships. It is that is where I feel a lot of the richness of life occurs. So I know that the bullying experience made me be very wary of other people. And I still am, if I'm being honest, I still am wary of people. And I watch before I give them myself too much. But the truth is that there is this real learning to, at this moment in my life, that says, it's okay, I wanna let people in. I choose to be in community and to allow others to help. I am receptive, much more. And these are affirmations, by the way. So I'm not always doing it, but I'm certainly working in that intention. Linda says bullying is lifelong once we realize what it truly is. 100%. You know, it can come in various nuanced ways. That is absolutely true. So if you are being bullied, Cheryl says, I was bullied by a narcissistic father all my life. Ouch. And I can relate. Absolutely, I can relate. It started at home for sure. Being called fat, being called all kinds of things, but it's for sure starts in the home. He's 95 and still at it. I know. They don't. Yeah. Having done a lot of work on myself, I have come through it. And she says, yes, I love Hayes' book. It was a treasure. I know. I'm over other people's opinions of me. Fantastic. And I'm very happy with myself. I'm more empathetic with others, open to understanding that people view the world through their own filters, and that's okay. Love this post. Thank you, Cheryl. I really appreciate you, everybody, sharing their truth. And, you know, anybody out there who's been bullied by family members that are narcissistic or have mental illness, you know, I can relate. And then that sets us up to accept, or that sets us up in many ways to either accept other people's bad treatment, or we become, like me, overcompensating to want to be liked, to doing all, to being, you know, getting out there and just, I'm not accepted at home, so I'll be accepted out there. And then people going, whoa, 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 too much, you're too much, you're too much, you're too much. And not only too much, but just too whatever. And then the bullying happens in the outside world. And then self-bullying. Let's not forget the almighty self-bullying. I write about that a lot in both my books. Let's transform the bully within, who's like relentless and critical and judgmental and a mean bully bitch within, or asshole within. And those parts of us need to get transformed into loving and helpful coaches. Because the bully within is not there to just torture you. Every part of us that's kind of dark is in us to help us in some way. That is the intention. But they're doing it in a skewed, effed up way, misaligned way. So the work is to do inner visualization to transform the inner bully into, like, make friends with the bully. Everybody who has an inner bully, close your eyes right now and visualize a bully in a schoolyard being really an ass, and they're sitting next to you in a park bench, and have a conversation. Have a conversation with the bully within. Don't just let them bully you. Go, hey, 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 I'm listening to you. What do you want to tell me, bully? And the bully inside will go, whoa, whoa, you're listening? Yes, I'm listening. What are you saying? Well, I'm saying you're bad, and I'm saying you're not good, and I'm saying you've never been good enough, and what's wrong with you, and keep, you know, all this stuff. And you go, okay, I'm hearing you. Why are you telling me all this, bully within? Why are you telling me all this? Well, I want you to be better, and I want you to be more perfect, and I want you to succeed in life, because other people will not like you if you don't do all that. Oh, that's why you're bullying me. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. You want something good for me. Got it. But maybe you need to do it in a different way, because it doesn't work. How you're talking to me doesn't work. It's just making me freaked out and have an anxiety disorder, and it's not working. Well, how do you want me to tell you? Because you need to know that you need to get better at certain things. Okay. How about you coach me? How about you tell me these things in ways that say, you got this, and I believe in you. And maybe you want to be more efficient, and maybe you want to be a little more whatever it is that the bully wants me to be. In my case, the bully wants me to be more open, more in community, less isolated, or whatever. And so there's this transformation of the bully within where you don't permit that type of conversation within, and you start to transform that part of you into a constructive, loving coach within. So every time the bully shows up within, you sit down and you talk to it and you go, okay, but you need to speak to me in a different way. You have to draw boundaries within yourself as well. Does that make sense? I want you to know that the bullying experience in the family, in the schoolyard, and then ultimately within can be overcome. Number one, you'll survive the family and the kid thing. That's fucking hell, but you will survive it. And also, if you're an adult and you know someone who's being bullied, help them out, okay? Give them inspiration. Take them out of the situation. Help them out in some way. And then, if you can, if you're able to, not everyone's able to, but if you're able to. And then really, ultimately, the most important piece is to work on the bully within yourself, who is inevitably really trying to improve you in some way, but doing it in a misaligned, effed up way. Doing it in a way that is so destructive that you can't hear them. So you want to change how you interface and interact with the bully within yourself. And everything you learn from being bullied in the outside world, don't just now have it live within you and take up rent in your mind. That's not on. That's not on. You have bigger fish to fry, and the bigger fish to fry is to be on the planet and do good while doing well. As James Ert says, doing good while doing well. Okay, I want to sign off now because I've gone on. I want to do a bigger sort of seminar or workshop about this, so I'll keep you posted. If you're interested, let me know. And I just want you to know that you are a magnificent. Just because you're walking the planet, you're magnificent. That's what I want you to know. Just because you're walking the planet, you are amazing. You are incredible. You are lovable. You are worthy. You are accepted. I love you. You need to love you. All right? All right. Keep tuning in to Courageous Conversations. I will have doozies every Wednesday. And I love that you guys are here and that you're watching and you're with it and that you can relate. And I feel the energy. I feel the loving energy. Okay? So, big hugs. Talk to you soon. And keep having courageous conversations with yourself and with others. And share this. Share this widely if you can, because a lot of people out there are feeling bullied in life, you know, and they're bullying themselves and other people are bullying them. So let's share this. Let's share the goodness. All right. Okay. And if you didn't catch the whole thing, those people who came on late, I'm replaying it shortly. All right. Adios.